Hi everyone, how's it going? I want to talk about something I feel the courts do not take seriously, and that is when the relationship between a grandparent and a grandchild is severed. Now, I'll be the first to admit there are certain cases in which it's deemed absolutely necessary. For instance, I had a friend who was essayed by her stepfather, and nothing happened to him because it was never reported. I don't know how far into it. Um, I don't know if my friend's mother knew about the essay. It only came out later after the fact because he had touched himself in front of me, and I was around 14 years old. And so, outside of that, if a grandparent has had a loving relationship with their grandchild and the grandchildren, that's been a healthy part of their life. I know our sons and daughters may cut ties with us because maybe we have a disagreement or they're seeing their childhood as having been dysfunctional and they're coming up with reasons why they need to put a distance between themselves and their parents. But I want to let you know right now, unless the courts start taking grandparent estrangement seriously and really looking into it, going a step further, and charge the parents with emotional abuse and neglect. And going a step further, finding them in contempt if they forego allowing the relationship to continue. Nothing is going to change. I don't know if a lot of these judges just have not experienced parental estrangement or grandparent estrangement, and they don't understand the devastation that comes along with it. But it just seems like, with it being so prevalent in the news up front and being showcased on Dr. Phil and Oprah, that the courts, and not only the courts, but Supreme Court, would finally take it seriously. So I don't see, outside of there being proven abuse between a grandparent and a grandchild, or a grandparent and their son or daughter, I should say a parent and their son or daughter, I don't know why any mom or dad would deem severing the relationship between a grandparent and a grandchild necessary. Even if you don't want to be around your parents, I would never allow the suffering or the loss of that grandparent grandchild relationship to ever take place. If you don't like your parents, but your children love their grandparents, if you could possibly consider allowing someone else to take your children to visit Nana and Pops. I forgot what it's called in the courts when two parents can't get along and they have someone else drop off and pick up. What is that called? I don't even remember. But that's possibly an avenue you can take if you don't see yourself being able to. So consider it, because I think it's really important. It's important for your children, and that's just the way it is. So think about it. Um, outside of there being a substantiated case of abuse, please don't take your mom or dad from their grandkids. You might not like your parents, but if your kids love them, consider it. So that's all I've got, and I will be back.